All right, everyone, we are back from the break. Welcome back. And once again, I am your host, Ticdisis.
And I'm Catlink. Hello, everybody. That Survivor race, am I right?
Neck and neck Survivor. I didn't think Survivor would be neck and neck.
Back. I know, right? It was like similar RNG throughout most of the run. It was just that one hunter.
It really just goes to show 1 shot, 3 shots. It was right there. However, that did tie up the game. We are currently 1-1, 1 point on Team Stars and 1 point on Team Umbrella. Luckily, we'll be seeing who's in the head once again with our next game. Up next, we're going to be having Resident Evil 6. Before that, Kat, would you like to tell us just a little bit about what we're doing with that?
So next run, we're going to be doing Resident Evil 6 Ada, new game, I believe, and it's going to be between Soulless Persona and the Demented Salad. Honestly, this is going to be a really fun race to watch, just because not that I'm biased or anything, that I've ran this category and this game before, but it just has so many interesting tricks. There's tons of RNG that can really make the run go one side or the other. Who knows? It's going to be a lot of fun, and Ada is just a really fun category to do. So,
absolutely.
We're gonna see.
That being said, if we're all ready to go, let's hop over to Resident Evil 6 and meet our runners. So,
Soulless, if you'd like to introduce yourself, go ahead.
Hey, I'm Soulless Persona. I'm mostly known for running this game. It's nice to be on, honestly.
All right. And Soulless will be representing Team Stars. On the other side, we have Team Umbrella. We do have, some stuff on our end here. So, Kat, would you like to introduce Team Umbrella's The Demented Salad?
I'm going to be doing the introduction for Salad here today. So, Demented Salad, he's an amazing RE runner, and also, he's going to be doing Resident Evil 6 Ada here. So, stay tuned for that. Good luck, Salad. You got this.
And then we have our commentators, which we don't actually need to send this off to anyone. Oddly enough, the people who run RE6 are... Hi, I'm Ticdisis. I run RE6.
Hi, I'm Catlink. I run RE6 too. Wow.
This was an easy one to plan. Funny enough, we've talked to both these runners while running RE6. I can personally say that the Demented Salad has helped both of us immensely with running this game. Soulless done a lot of work with running the game as well, so we just know these runners well at this. So
yep, and I think we're the only 4 runners in this category
for Ada New Game. We'll be doing Ada New Game as well, meaning our runners will have to possibly upgrade as the run goes. That being said, we can get the countdown all nice and ready. I will let Kat do that in a moment, but for our runners, are you all ready?
All right.
Alrighty, cool. Kat, on your mark.
So we're going to be going on go. So 3, 2, 1, go. Best of luck.
Alrighty. As well, just for an early thing, I think this run also has IGT, so we can... Are we going to use IGT or should we use RTA? It probably is RTA.
Probably just RTA. It is. It does go by level IGT, so it pauses in between levels.
Right. We'd have to use the math, though.
There's a whole thing behind it, so we're just going to go with RTA on this one. So immediately we're going to be jumping right into the ship here, which right off the bat we're going to be getting some RNG like pretty soon into the run, where both runners are going to be relying on pipe bombs or bomb arrows, if you will. That is very, very something we're going to be needing later in the run. So hopefully either or runner gets it.
This must be the new breed I've been hearing about.
Some weird general things for RE6 as well. I'm pretty sure both the runners here are playing on controller. The reason why is this game is just a lot better on controller. In many cases you think, aiming on mouse and keyboard. Yeah, aiming's good. But running this game's really weird because normally you're like holding the sprint button and then you're like aiming it kind of like in a really weird way using both camera and control stick. So we're kind of just be zooming through the early game here, which,
the way I kind of like to describe Ada's movement in this game is she moves kind of like a boat. She has a very odd way of swaying between like how you move her around, but it can be a little difficult to manage at first. So immediately we're going to be getting our first RNG here for our puzzle, which we could get a baby bird or a fish, I believe. So let's see what Soulless gets. We gotta unblock the view before we can actually see what we get first. It's a requirement. It's a little silly, but we gotta do it. We gotta check, unblock, then do it. So Soulless gets fish, and Salad also gets fish. Both we get fish.
You know, it's been really weird that like all the runners are getting the same RNG.
I know, right? It's like the chances of like both runners getting similar RNG is quite wild to begin with. So,
you know, I might prefer that over the some of the brutality that RE4 had with that. In all honesty,
oh yeah,
keeps the race fair.
Oh, for sure, and it's definitely going to be a very interesting race between the two here.
Teamwork isn't a strong point around here.
Right, so they tend to shoot that floor panel there just so the gun and they don't get a cutscene, I believe. Just makes it a lot faster to go through this section.
What else he has on
so now they're going to be going and basically doing a little mini like cutscene. It's not really much of a cutscene. It's just watching this projector, and they just have to do a lot of menuing in between while they wait, and essentially just play around and do some goofy stuff, you know, kicks, slides, whatever you want. You're waiting on a timer here.
Wait.
has been located in the Republic of Edonia.
Follow my lead.
One thing to say as well, speaking of with the RNG, it's really going to be picking up. This game, like many Resident Evil games, does either have or suffer, whatever you want to call it. It has DA, difficulty adjustment.
Yes.
So as it goes, depending on how our runners are affected by that, it can make some of the fights very quick, or might just have to take longer due to that.
Yeah, you will see later in the run what we mean by that. There are certain fights in this game that could go one or two ways. Either they play nicely or not so much.
Right. I don't remember those orders. Maybe they were passed on to someone else.
So now they finally get to exit here. Hopefully they don't get a body block, because sometimes that can happen, unfortunately, with this part. These enemies do have a high potential of just being in the way sometimes. But both getting out
I see you were expecting me.
perfectly fine. So a lot of the tech in this game has some slide tech, as you see. Soulless did a little bit of a slide there. That is used commonly when you're going into vents or when you need to go into certain sections, underneath sections, that is. Sliding is just way faster, or rolling. You will see Ada roll a lot when she needs to go into like a vent.
You know, I'm just kind of in awe. I'm just kind of watching Ada do the same thing twice.
I know, like they're both neck and neck right now, and
he's trying to manipulate me.
I'm very excited to see how the later parts of the run go.
The rescue subs should be close. I've had enough fun here. Go make an impression. Follow
All
my
right.
lead. Wait.
I love the satisfying feeling when you have to like slide into like a drop
nice.
zone. It's so nice.
Also for general speedrunner knowledge and even casual game knowledge. If you're playing RE6 and there's a weapon, you don't ever need to grab it. All new weapons will just be given to you on the next chapter.
Yep.
So both runners kind of skip the shotgun there.
Yep. So they want to shoot that enemy there so they can trigger the cutscene faster. And now they just need to zip out of there.
The hull has been compromised. Prepare to evacuate
Go make an
immediately.
impression. Follow my lead.
See, they're spamming the commands. So
They're absolutely fun.
Yeah, so technically Ada is a solo campaign, which was later added as a co-op campaign. So that's why I find personally the Ada campaign is more fun to speedrun as a solo runner.
Oh, absolutely. If you play as a co-op, like you just have not Hunk teleporting the whole time.
Yep, not
Which
Hunk.
is odd.
Yep.
Also, just one neat thing really quick. You may notice on runner perspective here, but we were talking with Soulless at the beginning of this run, and Soulless is actually playing on the left-hand perspective, which that's not thematically like, you know, for the stream. Soulless just prefers the left-handed hit. RE6 has a fun mechanic where you can actually change how you aim based on right-handed or left-handed. So if you're seeing the HUDs on different sides, that is why. I know Salad is mostly on right-handed, but Soulless been doing a lot more swapping for the general nature, and we'll see some tricks. Speaking of tricks, it is now time for the rolling section.
The rolling.
Yeah, so, you know, there's a sprint meter and you can crawl faster in this game, which, you know, that's what you use casually. But for a speedrun, they found that if you just do a powerful roll, it doesn't cost any sprint and it's faster. So you're going to be seeing a lot of Ada just kind of rolling here. And
it can actually be very easy to, like, go in the wrong direction with this roll. So it can be a little difficult to get used to the roll, but it's definitely a lot faster to get this cutscene. Like, insanely faster to roll. Like, it's kind of wild how fast it is.
We also got the first taste of QTEs there. We'll have some QTE tricks later in the run, but we can describe those once we get to them, because there's difference between buttons and analog sticks.
Yep. And thankfully, a lot of the QTEs that you will get are all the same. Yeah, they're not different at all. So you don't have to hope to God it's going to be one button or the other. It's just the same button every time, which is nice. All right, time for some funky camera switching over here, which can be very jarring for a lot of runners, especially when you're trying to go in certain directions. But so far, very close race right now. Very neck and neck, still back to back. But honestly, not until the later parts of the run is where it might get a little bit different.
We'll be seeing a lot more with some of the major actual fight sequences in some of the game's bosses, I think.
Oh yeah, especially when it comes to, I would say probably Deborah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Debbie. All right, still doing some sliding tech. Salad opted for like a rolled slide there, which is pretty cool.
Oh, so here's the sector we're talking about, the analog sticks. Also, fun for casual players. Those QTEs, you can use both of the sticks, and it goes twice as fast.
Yep. If you use both analog sticks, roll them at the same time, it's honestly way faster.
Sub is sinking fast.
Another thing to mention as well with the general movement of the runners, we did talk about you know, how they're going to be driving like a boat. In addition to that, the sprint button's also the activation buttons. Very often they might just run into something and it'll automatically activate.
Oh yeah.
This can be a blessing and a curse, because there are times you might just run next to something and then Ada will just like jump over it when you didn't want that. So you have to be a little bit careful, but our runners know how to manage this quite well.
I've actually lost a few runs because of that, where Ada was just like, oh, I actually feel like jumping over this. And it's like, oh, okay, thanks, Ada. All right, so this section, just kind of going through here. This part here a runner can easily get lost when they're first learning this, but once you get the general knowledge of where you need to go in this part, it's pretty easy to go from point A to point B from this point. But coming up here is going to be a little bit of a waiting section after we do a few things first. We got to activate the power.
Yep. Still gross.
So the swimming section here, thankfully, Ada has enough oxygen to pretty much get to where she needs to go. And thankfully, it's not too far from where you start to where you need to be.
That should be fine. Okay, power's on. Stand aside.
So far, no knockback there. No knockback on both runners' sides. Nice. Sometimes when the ship starts to shake, Ada can go into like a little bit of a stumble animation, and that can happen on occasion, but thankfully both runners didn't have that happen.
I just love the slides they're doing to get like closer to the drop-offs.
Oh yeah, the sliding in this game is actually super satisfying, especially when you get it right off of a ledge. So nice.
I know, what made me want to actually speedrun this game was just the zipping all around. Like, you just do the hook shot thing.
Oh yeah, her hook shot is great.
Oh, it's fun, so fun to watch her just jump all around. And then Soulless just like
I know, this
collapse.
drop.
Oh, there we go, the double drop.
Both of them, let's go.
Identify yourself.
All right, and now we are waiting. Really, the main thing here is make sure they're going to be nice and good.
Yeah, so you don't want to take any damage here while you're trying to answer the conversation, I suppose, because you do need to press a button to answer the questions, I suppose. There is usually a pause buffer move you can do with this, where pause buffering can make the sequence go a little bit faster. So as long as you don't take damage in this part, you should be more than fine. If you do take damage, it can interrupt the conversation, I suppose, which is quite a time loss.
I know everything about you, Miss Wong.
Oh, we got some red mist on Salad's side here.
Yeah, the gas zombies are really mean.
Yeah. Yeah, the enemies in this section can be quite nasty, especially the bugs as well. The bug boys, they can be a little mean.
Although, I could be wrong. Did one of our runners get a grenade?
I didn't. I don't think so.
Yeah, Soulless got a hand grenade.
Oh, okay, yeah.
A final question.
That might come in handy later. It's hard to say.
Hard to say, yeah.
Authorization approved.
So we have our first grabbing of skill points.
Yes.
They might use that later. Really comes down to if they have enough, which they might.
Whatever the hell
Let's see.
And the virus always seems to
Oh, Salad got a little bit of a knockdown. This section is very tedious to deal with because the enemies aren't exactly consistent with how they decide to behave. So you're just kind of trying to dodge as best as you can. Looks like Soulless got some bugs on their end. But Soulless is out of there. And so is Salad. All right, very nice. That is the end of chapter 1, going into
there's
chapter
the shotgun.
2. Yep, there you go.
Going along with that as well with the whole health bars, if you do run out of one block of health, normally you're going to be eating a bit of like a stun animation. So that's why a lot of runners were healing during that.
Yeah.
And we begin chapter 2. They have a point difference of 100 to 0. The skill points really do not matter right now. I don't even remember if you upgrade an Ada. Like,
I don't believe you do.
yeah, you don't get
If I
nearly
remember
enough
correctly,
realistically.
I don't think you use skill points ever in Ada. It is more reliant in, say, Jake and Sherry and Leon, I believe.
Alright.
So rolling through here, there's going to be a little bit of a tech with a slide into this box, which is pretty cool. Sliding into that box will... I don't know what Ada's heels are made of, but somehow her heels were able to break that lock. That is just a little bit of a faster tech instead of shooting the locks.
Clearly it's steel.
Clearly steel, titanium steel or something. So using that incendiary grenade to kill those zombies there because they need to die before that door opens.
follow my lead.
And out of there.
Won't open.
All right,
is
so
going to
now
need something
going
particular to
into the
unlock
next
it.
part
This
of
looks like
this
it might
chapter,
work.
we need to
But
collect
where's
2
the rest of
more
it?
medallion pieces to exit or go through that door, I suppose you could say. Which coming up can be a little interesting.
I owe you one.
Ooh, slide. Again, you will see a lot of sliding from both runners with a lot of the sections. It's just so a lot faster, but it's also just great to see. All right. So there's another thing with items. If you slide while picking up an item, it actually picks up items a lot faster.
That's the same color.
A little interesting on how it works, but instead of waiting for the item grab, you can just slide into it and it picks up way quicker.
Speaking of, I guess, some of the items in the game, we are getting the sniper rifle here, but with the ammo, it's actually gonna be quite beneficial to get obviously more sniper and shotgun ammo. Depending on what items are grabbing out of things like boxes, dead bodies, we can start seeing more of that. We already did see Soulless get a grenade. That could come in handy. It really does come down to runner strategy coming into some of the areas, and they can get quite creative.
Mm-hmm.
Go make an impression.
Yep, and they will be using quite a bit of the sniper as well later on, especially with certain boss fights. The sniper does come in handy. Well, let's see if this guy decides to behave. So this little skelly zombie dude can sometimes be a little finicky. We need him to get on that platform to finish the circuit. Soulless getting out of there first. Very nice. Salad really not too far behind, though. This is very close.
Pretty close race.
Yeah.
Yep, and there we go. There's the zombie on the platform. I think it really will come down to the fights coming up.
Oh, definitely. The fights in this game really, really determine, even like when you're running this game solo, not in a race, like a lot of runs can just come down to, do the boss fights behave? So for this part here, they need to basically they need to kill all these zombies here. You put them into the wall. Because if they don't put them into the wall there, then if Ada tries to jump on the platform will just collapse. So it looks like Soulless got through that just fine. Let's see Salad's end. Waiting for that zombie to get on that wall. Very nice.
A little bit of struggles there on Salad's end. There was like another enemy creeping up on him, but we are out of there pretty much at the same time.
Yeah. So far looking good on both ends.
Which, for anyone watching right now, yeah, this run is very neck and neck as we speak. Movement has been pretty good on both ends. Outside of very minor deviations, yeah, they've been keeping up. There's probably at most, like a 5 to 10 second lead on Soulless' side.
Yeah, give or take.
Wanna play, huh? All
I
right.
wanna play, huh?
Ready or not, here I come. Now,
I love a lot of Ada's lines in this game.
Let's see. Looks like we got some sniper ammo. Or was that sniper ammo?
We're going to be needing the sniper for this part here because we are going to have to kill that zombie there with the golden eye, or basically the golden glimmer in their head, or the tooth. Sorry.
Looking at it as well, Salad actually got shotgun ammo out of that one. So it'll be neat to see how they have to differ it up depending on what resources they have.
Yep. Alright. Looks like Soulless is getting a little bit of trouble with these guys here. Sometimes they can be a little bit of a struggle to kill really fast. This is a kill section where essentially you have to kill everything in the room before you can proceed. So it looks like both of them are having a little bit of a hustle with these. But there we go.
All right. I do think that the shotgun ammo might come more in handy than the sniper ammo. Just because we will have some sections later that really need shotgun ammo.
Yeah, there is a section that will heavily rely on shotgun ammo. So hopefully we see some more shotgun ammo. The ammo drops in this can be quite annoying, to say the least, because they sometimes will only give you handgun ammo, sometimes you'll only get SMG ammo or something that you just don't need.
Funny enough, by the way, we mentioned earlier that there was I think one of the earlier fights, Salad's end did take a slight hits during, I don't remember which part it was, but we mentioned it earlier. Salad pretty much caught back up to where he was. That was a slightly better fight on his end, just a little bit faster there.
Yeah, now it's back to basically being on the wire.
Yep.
Ada's going to be doing some rolling here to get through this section a lot faster. Salad just zooming right through.
Oh, we did get a bit of an unfortunate zombie spawn there. Hopefully Soulless will be able to make it out of this. You know, it'll be a little bit risky, but all right. We're not entering the next room. We have the big boy here.
Yep, there we go. Red eye on both sides now.
All right, and now with that room, Salad is slightly in the lead. We can probably hop audio over to his end right now.
Very nice, very nice.
I owe you one.
And just given how close they are, we'll probably just be swapping intermittently just to see how it goes. I think most of the audio has been on Soulless' side so far for the run.
As twisted as they come.
Very, very good on both ends, though. Honestly, like, I was very interested to see how the race would go between these two, so
Follow my lead.
it's going to be very interesting.
I think it's going to remain close for pretty much the entirety of the run.
Oh, yeah. All right, both putting in the rest of the pieces of the medallion now. God, this is so cool to see. I love seeing a close race like this.
Oh, yeah. Well, honestly, all the races today have been pretty close.
Oh, yeah.
The only problem was when RE4 got taken out of the way, which is how mean some of those rooms would get.
Oh, yeah.
But
Well,
speaking
RE4
of
is just a
mean
whole other thing.
rooms, it is time for Deborah.
So, for those who might not know this fight can go very bad very quickly. So they need to kill all the red glowy tendrils as fast as possible. But first, they're just going to be putting in basically a clip into Deborah right there and moving on to get to Deborah. So that's just the first part of Deborah.
Phase one was pretty quick. We're pretty much neck and neck right now, even still. I do think Soulless had a bit of recovery at that point, which is quite nice.
Oh, yeah.
But we have to run down the tower and get ready for the actual boss fight. As well, we'll be getting some of the game's QTEs. So Leon could play a factor here. It is unlikely he'll be messing up too much, but the AI is the AI.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so Leon can take his pretty little time here.
Both runners get sniper ammo right there.
Nice. Yeah, again, sniper and shotgun ammo is going to be quite vital for...
You know, it's kind of funny, too. So, just watching how they're dealing with the zombies, you have Salad using the shotgun there and Soulless using the sniper. It's just because during this run so far, I think Salad has been getting a lot more shotgun resources and Soulless getting a lot more sniper resources.
Yeah, this run can rely a lot on thinking on your feet when it comes to ammo and what you get. But now we're going into the Deborah fight on both ends here. So Deborah is quite RNG heavy on how she's going to behave. We kind of want her to just stay up. We do not want her to fall down, essentially, because she will have a lot of jumping. If she constantly jumps around, that is not a good sight. You want her to stay still as much as possible so you can get the tendrils.
Also, tech side, can we really quickly get the audio on Salad? Let's see how this boss is going to go. Currently has the lead, pops the tentacle really quick.
Yep. Still have a bit more to go on this. All right, let's see how this goes. Looks like Salad gets the first tendril. She's doing a little bit of jump in. Looks like Salad's got, I believe, all the tendrils. So really good fight on Salad's side. Very, very nice. That was actually really, really clean.
Slight knockdown over on Soulless's, but the fight's still going well.
Soulless has been getting a little bit of a jumpy Deborah here, which is very unfortunate to see, but it's okay. She's got one more tendril. Yeah, like I said, if Deborah does jump around like that, it's just unfortunate. There's not a whole lot you can do when she gets into that sort of phase. Looks like Soulless is now down with Debbie.
Alrighty.
Very nice.
Now we begin the minecart section. This part's mostly pretty chill.
Yeah, so they are going to be doing if I remember correctly, they do a little bit of DA manipulation. I don't know if it's still present in the runs these days.
Let's see what the runs we're going for. Looks like we're just staring over. Soulless chilling
around
on their end. Salad looking around.
Salad's taking a peek. Yeah, so this part is just kind of like waiting around because you're just kind of...
Say he's going for a snipe on some of the guys by the switch you'll have to pull.
Yeah, so sometimes sometimes the enemies can stop Leon from getting to the bottom faster.
And when the runners have begun doing the DA manip, they're currently blowing themselves up here. Just funny to watch Ada ragdoll while waiting.
Yeah, you do not...
critical.
Yeah, so when you go into that state, you will get revived, but that does bring the DA down, so that's going to be really useful for later in the run.
We'll have to see if Soulless can get into critical here.
Let's hope this is a non-stop ride out.
It looks like Helena is blocking Soulless's view, by the way. That is weirdly unlucky.
Classic Helena.
So he was just not standing in the... Oh, there we go. It's always fun to see just the runner, like, what is it? Like, the runner's flavor, like, how they play the game. Flair. There we go. Oh,
There
you're
we
in
go.
critical. There we go.
Okay, I was a little worried
okay,
there
okay,
for a
okay.
second. I was like, Helena?
I like how Leon jumped in. All right, so let's see how we're doing here. By the way, the runners eating the hits here are in. This is intentional. We assure you, it's just DA manipulation.
Yep. So this part, they don't have to do anything to Deborah here. They're just going to take some hits. But they don't have to do anything to Debbie. So basically just enjoy the ride. Enjoy the view of the cave, I guess.
We're going to get picked up a lot.
Yeah.
One of the weird things, though, about DA manip is you do have to be very careful. You'll notice right there, actually, Salad and appealing. You can't chain critical hits too much. If you're on death hit, you go critical, and then on death hit again. If you get hit, you will die.
Yeah. So for those who are not sure what DA manip is, it is difficulty adjustment. So basically, how to simplify it is the worse you play, the easier the game gets. The better you play, the harder the game gets. So basically, the more damage you take and the more times you go into critical for this game is the more easy the game gets. So you'll see a lot of the times the runners will purposely take damage.
Yeah, like Ada's just eating like 20 bonks in a row here.
Yeah,
with the
bonk.
wooden pillars,
Bonk.
pylons, and there we go again.
I love it.
As well, there's a few things on the track, so they do need to play the game a little bit here. You can't just be blowing yourself up entirely.
Unfortunately.
Oh, there will be a lot of it.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, there, we get another critical. There we go. You know what? We should have been counting the amount of criticals. I actually don't know who got more so far. I think it's about the same.
need some backup.
Yeah. So DA is actually a quite common thing. It's been a common thing in a lot of Resident Evil speedruns since Resident Evil 4, I believe. The classic Resident Evil 4, of course. So you'll see a lot of Resident Evil runs doing very similar tactics with lowering difficulty adjustment. I love
Also, on
Soulless's
Sal's
backflips
end,
here.
we do have Deborah done as a fight. We did get the last hit there. It is a hit you must hit. You can fail that. We'll be seeing it again on Soulless' side right now. As well, Sal gets a bunch of, looks like sniper ammo and maybe some bolts. Let's see how Soulless is going to do here right now.
And hopefully we get the one shot. Oh, and miss. That's okay.
2-shot.
2 shots is more than fine. Very nice, very nice.
Hopefully Soulless will be able to get some shotgun ammo here. Right now, we will be hitting a point where the shotgun ammo grabbed will be quite helpful, I think. At least my memory serves correctly.
Yeah. Yeah, this part is where we're really going to be needing a lot of shotgun ammo. Oh,
Did Soulless even get anything in those boxes? Like, I
did not see,
I
unfortunately.
don't think so.
I don't
It's
think
unlucky.
so. Yeah, sometimes you just get really unlucky in this game, and there's not a whole lot you can do. But let's see how this part goes.
Pretty quick avoiding on Sal's end with the charging enemies.
Yep.
And now we're hitting the reason why we need this shotgun ammo.
Yes.
So this section is going to be dedicated to blowing up these enemies before they even spawn. If you go through level enough, they'll start molting into actual enemies. However, we're actually going to destroy them earlier. Bolt ammo also works here for the explosive bolts. However, you can see now we're hitting the other strat where Salad is kind of doing a shotgun swap to fire really quickly. Either the bolt or shotgun will be needed for these enemies, and they'll be killing particular ones. Also, luckily for Salad, he does get more shotgun ammo right next to the guy, too. That is wild.
That is very lucky.
And let's all pray for Soulless right now. Hope we get similar drops.
Yeah, get some praise in the chat for Soulless here. And that's the end of chapter 2 for Salad's end.
It really will come down to possibly a drop or two here. Although I did think that Soulless might have more bolts in general.
I think so. At least it did seem like that. Doing some more quick swaps.
All right, let's see.
Quick swaps are so good.
Oh, we do get shotgun
we
ammo.
got
Okay,
some more
so that
shotgun
does
ammo
save
there
it a
too.
bit.
Nice.
A party for me. And I'm not even
And with the
there yet.
additional bolts, that might actually be a bit more helpful, especially having more shotgun ammo for later.
Oh yeah, and that's the end of chapter 2 on Soulless side. Going into chapter 3. So chapter 3, it's definitely got its quirks. Basically going to be going from right now we're just going point A to point B, trying to avoid enemies and not trip, because you can trip over dead bodies in this game. If there's a
These are the same
body on the
kind of
ground,
soldiers
you
I saw
can
on the
trip on
side.
it. It's very silly, but it is something that can happen. So runners will be taking a certain path to avoid doing so.
Too bad I can't enjoy a night on the town.
Salad took a little bit of a wrong turn there. That's okay. That's a very easy turn to miss there, but he did get some bomb arrows there, which is really, really nice to see. So we are going to be there.
So we are looking pretty good as we navigate our way through the level. A little bit of a dive to... Oh, we get a little bit of a trip there. So you avoid the first one. All right, we're gonna begin the chase sequence here on Salad side. It is gonna be just good movement running through these, kind of the cinematic.
All right. Hello.
There we go. On Soulless, we do have a slight tripping, nothing too bad though. It's pretty hard to get through that without tripping. I don't know if we really can. I think you like slide really well as Salad attempted, but honestly, tripping there at least once. As long as you don't go like a horribly wrong way, you probably should be fine. We have a Soulless on the same area now, getting the, we'll call it like the chainsaw guy cinematic. We're gonna see all the fun of Ada just zooming around. This is one of those areas you have to be really careful here. If you try sprinting too much, you might end up getting unlucky. We do begin the fight with the Chainsaw Man. Salad takes him down quick using the shotgun swapping strat. One bullet left in the gun. Does get pretty good there. Luckily on Soulless, and they do have a lot more shotgun ammo because they had more bolts. So even if the fight does go south, it shouldn't be too big of a worry. As well on the Salad side, we'll be approaching the bus. This section's pretty easy. You're sort of just waiting for things to happen. So we'll just be chilling there. Luckily, we do have the audio on Soulless so far as we approach the boss fight here.
Yeah.
Gets the key, and all
See how
right.
this goes.
Soulless.
You shouldn't take things that don't
Oh,
belong to you.
this guy can be a little terrifying because he can one-shot.
Bit of a meaner fight on Soulless' end, but does get him down.
Let's get him.
All right, we're
There we
good.
go. Very nice.
Yeah, that charge immediately is pretty mean.
Yeah, it can be not so forgiving sometimes with that boss fight. Let's see. So on Salad's end over here, it's basically a game of avoid the bad guy. Just wait for him to come at you and then swing.
I didn't come halfway around the planet.
You don't really need to do any damage to this guy. You just basically just gotta wait until he comes towards you and swing.
If he does get too close, it is a one-shot, so our runners do have to be careful. We are able to squeeze a hit there. On Soulless' side, we do see a bit of a... getting some DA manip. Hopefully that'll come in handy. On Salad's side, though, we might want to get the audio over there. We are entering the fight. This is going to be a two-phase fight. Actually, I think... oh, no, here we go.
Yeah.
Get playing the damage. Phase 2 begins.
Yeah. Again, this fight can be a little scary if he does get too close, because he does have some pretty close encounters, but it seems like Salad took care of it because you're waiting for a certain dialogue to happen while you're avoiding the big boy just coming right at you with a chainsaw. Hopefully no... Okay, all good.
All right, looks like Sal is good at the fight, and Soulless begins the fight. That is a much nicer fight on Soulless' side this time around. I will get the quick shotgun hits, getting a couple QDs for more damage, entering phase 2 quickly. And let's see. Quite the odd thing, and it might come in handy later. Soulless has a ton of sniper ammo.
Ada Wong has been spotted moving down the
Yeah, that can be very useful, especially for a section where they will have to snipe enemies as quickly as possible to get
Guess I'm heading
through.
for the canal.
So we'll see how that goes. Very nice on Soulless' end.
Perfect. Hopefully we can get the audio back on Salad as we're dealing with the Jake and Sherry escort here.
Yeah.
Can't wait to meet this mysterious.
For this part, there
doppelganger
is
of
a checkpoint retry. We're basically waiting for Jake and Sherry to do a little bit of a leap here while killing these enemies, and as soon as they do the leap, they're going to do a checkpoint retry, basically to make this part a little bit faster.
somebody-
Not too sure if they're agreed to do that, but I'm sure they are since I see Sally going into the menu. There we go. And there's the checkpoint retry. Basically warps you a little bit closer to this part here where the shotgun, where the sniper ammo,
I
sorry,
suppose I should
is going to come
return the
in real
kindness
handy.
their parents showed to me.
So let's see how
This
things
is as
go
good a
over
time as
on
any.
Salad's end as Soulless makes their way over. Not too
Also,
far behind though. This is still pretty close.
Looking at the sniper info, it does actually look pretty even, in fact.
Oh, yeah.
Unless, actually,
You-
no, I see.
you do-
No,
yeah, you
Soulless
do
is
get-
ahead. Okay, they got a bunch right in the beginning there. Okay.
Yeah, they do get a lot of sniper ammo at that point, right before the checkpoint retry, which is super, super convenient, especially for this part here. But it seems like Salad is going in for the bombs there. That little pesky bug over here making things a little bit more difficult, but it looks like everything's just fine. Gonna collect some ammo before moving on to the next part.
All right, we're now hitting the beginning of the section here on Soulless' side.
Yeah. Hopefully, Chainsaw Boy decides to behave.
And luckily, Soulless has a lot of room to play around right now, given the
Oh, yeah.
extra sniper ammo.
That is a lot of sniper ammo. They are chilling. And
I
that's
hope
that's
the
done there,
last time
sir.
to see it.
Very nice.
Absolutely. A big thing to mention as well about one of the techs here, we're talking about fast swapping on the shotgun. This also works on the sniper rifle. However, the runner has to make sure they stay scoped in before they shoot. If they just try shooting without scoping, it won't hit.
Yeah.
Looks like Soulless does take out that bug that was bothering Salad a bit earlier there.
Yeah, there wasn't much of a bother on that one.
Oh, on Salad we have DA.
Oh, DA, let's go!
I just looked to see Ada just getting flung with explosives, and it just boom.
All right. But right now, Salad is just waiting for the Chainsaw Boy to come back because
So we're looking at Sherry.
yeah, we're taking a look at Sherry, keeping an eye on her
Oh,
because
just gets-
Chainsaw Boy's coming in, taking out Chainsaw Boy insanely fast. That was really, really good, actually. Very, very nice. Looks like we're coming up on
think
the
we've all
same
had enough
instance
of
with
you.
Soulless.
Hope that's all she wrote.
All right, Salad's gonna play Save the Day.
Those two would be in pretty hot water if I wasn't around.
And so far, this is looking really good on both ends, though.
Time to save the day again.
Oh, there we have the DA now on Soulless' side.
Yep.
How the monster
It's just so funny every time you see it because it's just the ragdoll animation of Ada is just so ridiculous.
It's like punches.
Yeah.
I like how Soulless is also just launching Sherry.
Oh my goodness. The fun part is just watching Jake get a little bit owned by that by that
That's the
steel
way to
swinging
travel.
the steel swings.
Oh yeah. All right, we're looking pretty good here. Salad
And-
ends chapter 3, and we'll be entering
Yeah.
chapter 4 in one moment here. As well, we have 650 skill points. We can't buy anything.
Yeah, I don't believe they actually do buy
I really
anything
wish you would stop
for skill points,
have
or they don't
so
use any of the
much to
skill
talk
points in this
about.
category. As far as I remember when I ran this game, I don't remember we ever actually used them. Which is very handy because that way you don't have to prioritize, or you don't have to really think
Really?
about the skill
3
points that you need to
separate
get.
passcodes?
You don't have to really plan for it or make sure that you remember to get the skill points.
Also, I just love Ada's dumb cube phone. I want a phone like that. I want the cube.
I don't even know how that would work, honestly.
How does she put it in her pocket? Like, she just jammed it in her back pocket. It's a cube.
I know, right? So this part here can be a little bit of RNG. So the first 2 codes that they get are going to be static, but it's the last code that they need to get, and hoping that this squiggly boy that runs away, technically it's the second code they should try to get, but it goes away. So hopefully it works out well on Salad's end here. Get that
Soulless does
final
finish
code.
up chapter 3. We'll be getting the same chapter.
Very nice.
All right, we get the first of 3 codes on Salad's side.
Yeah, you gotta go hunt down for that code because it does wander away. Sometimes it can end up right in front of you, and sometimes it can end up in a little room. Hopefully that one comes right up to them.
Oh, there's the cube phone again.
There's that cube phone again.
Let's see how you handle fire.
And it looks like Soulless is now starting to get those codes, not too far behind. Salad is in a little bit of a waiting zone here. You do have to wait a little bit, and looks like Squiggly Boy decided to go away. Unlucky, but that's okay. So waiting to get past that fire. How Ada is just not able to set herself on fire, who knows?
It's the mother.
There's the Squiggly Boy.
All right, got the code pretty quickly there.
Nice. Soulless getting this code getting taken away, and off they go find it. So far looking real good on Salad's end here.
Just one more around the goal.
Doing a little bit of a roll tech to pick up that code faster.
Does get some shotgun shells out of that.
Yeah, that's very nice. It's always nice when you can get some shotgun shells or pretty much anything other than probably your SMG. Literally anything else other than
It's
that.
a nice weapon, but you just need other ammo. It can be anything else.
Last
Yeah.
one. Almost too easy.
All right, and Salad has gotten all the codes. It does look
nice.
like the little dude is chilling around Soulless' side, not too far off.
Yeah, not too far from
2 seconds to ourselves around
from off.
here.
You can see, the one nice thing is that you can see where they are going. So it looks like we
It
got
went into the room that
It
they
went
need to go
into the
into.
room
so
with the
that's
other
good.
one, so
okay,
that's-
yeah.
that works out.
Oh, there's my evil twin.
There you go.
At first, you'll be afraid. But don't worry.
Doing the roll slide. There we go. Got the codes.
Just becoming the monster
Oh,
you always
it's a little bit of a squeeze to get out of that room. It sometimes can be a little scary because they can body block you like crazy in there.
family may have shaped the world into what it is today. But starting tomorrow,
Yeah, the Salad's just kind of waiting around. There is some times where you do have to wait and listen and just kind of take in the lore. But it's not too bad. Thankfully,
Wonder
it's
when
not
I'll get
too
to
much
meet
of a
this
long wait.
doppelganger of mine.
All right, now we get to a little. It's kind of like an espionage section. You need to get through each one and make sure you don't get caught. Make sure you don't alert the enemies, alert the cutscenes.
Yep. So there are going to be spotlights that both Salad
You're
and
barking up
Soulless
the
are going to
wrong
have to
tree.
avoid.
No time to
It can
explain.
be very easy to get caught by the spotlights. but there is a little bit of a tech to avoid them very quickly and very stylish, I'd like to
Stay
say.
out of the spotlight.
Let's see how that pans out for Salad over here. The camera change can be can make it a little bit difficult to get through it.
I know for a lot of newer runners, there's gonna be a section here in the vents that can get a lot of people.
Thanks
Oh,
for
yeah.
keeping them busy, fellas. I'll
Doing
see
a
you
little bit of
around.
rolling to get through this vent. You have to crawl first because for some reason the game is just like, oh, you need to look what's down here first. Alright. There you go. Now we can squeeze through that vent there. Moving on to, I think this is upcoming right now is the spotlight section that gets a little spooky. Alright. Let's see how it
More
goes.
searchlights, huh?
More searchlights, huh? Salad's gonna opt in for a little bit of an interesting tech here. Ooh! And it worked out for him. Oh my god, that is honestly so cool because that is very difficult to do that kind of tech with the rolling into a back shimmy there. Usually you'd have to wait in between the little panels there so that way the spotlight can go over and you can continue. But that was a really, really cool little
Like
tech there.
cockroaches.
Rolling, rolling, rolling.
There's a lot of rolling.
Oh yeah, lots of rolling with Ada. All right, so Soulless coming up on the searchlight section as well. Let's see what they end up panning with or going up with. Let's see how this goes. Don't get caught. You got this. Looks like Soulless decided to do a little bit of a waiting part there because sometimes it gets a little spooky because if you do get caught, you get a cutscene that happens, and when the cutscene happens, you get a bunch of things shooting at you, you get enemies coming at you. It's just not a very fun experience, so sometimes it's just better off to wait.
We've confirmed that Wong
But
was
very
telling
nice,
the truth.
getting through there.
There's a fully armed aircraft carrier.
No,
in
the most
open
important
water
part is
far
not
from
getting
your
caught.
location. Satellite imaging indicates they're getting ready to fire missiles on the mainland. It's imperative that you stop even a single one.
She must have injected herself with a powerful dose of the sea worms.
All right. Time for the Mayo monster, as we like to call it. Gets a little claustrophobic in here. So we're actually going to be coming up on our Salad's going to be coming up on a boss fight, and it's going to be probably one of my favorite boss fights in this entire game, just because of the tech that you have to do to get past it. It's very, very quick. Blink and you miss it kind of deal. So Salad's going to be making his way over there. Soulless is not too far behind. Oh, that coming out of that cutscene can always be a little tricky. All right, so there's a little bit of a tech here, using both analog sticks to squeeze through that real quickly, because there is a kind of an instance where the monster will come out and you have to shoot a canister, but instead, as long as you do that really quickly, do a little bit of a tech there, and you're right through it. But now we gotta run. Hopefully there's no bad grabs here. You do get grabbed once, as long as you don't get grabbed again. Very nice on Salad's end. See how it goes for Soulless. There's that canister. Now for the boss fight. This is where explosive arrows are very, very handy. So basically, Cloud's going to be shooting the canisters from behind with the explosive arrows and hoping with good luck here, because the hitbox doesn't activate until a little bit. There we go. It's blinkety missed it. It's so hard to explain.
Fight.
That was really clean. Very, very good. Soulless not too far behind, coming up on that boss fight as well. It's just such a cool fight because the hitbox doesn't activate immediately, so you have time to shoot the explosive arrows behind the head, which ends up exploding the canisters and explodes the boss before you even can do anything. Before the boss can even do anything, really.
All right, let's hope for good luck on Soulless' side here, having the same fight.
Yeah, hopefully. It can be a little bit of a tight timing on it, but with a lot of practice, should have no problem. So let's see how Soulless does.
I think that's...
Oh, unfortunate timing on Soulless' end, but that's okay. Shouldn't take too long, as long as you can make a hole. There we go. Hey.
Luckily, I think Soulless had like a ton of explosive arrows.
Yeah, having more, like if you have enough explosive arrows, you're more than fine with that fight. If you don't have enough explosive arrows, it's very, very unfortunate if you don't get the tight timing.
We are now taking a ride in the helicopter on Salad's side. You know, shooting down the choppers. You have some missiles. I don't even remember if missiles really get used.
No, not until the
one fight. Like,
the
there's
one
like a boss fight.
Yeah, at the very end of this fight here.
They're getting desperate.
And it's mostly just good shooting. Make sure you can actually tag the helicopters right when they get in. And then want to make sure you kill all the enemies that spawn. I think they do have like wave properties.
Ooh, that's a nice model.
While this race is a bit further than when it started, it is not over yet entirely. We do have a lot of boss fights that can still happen.
Yeah, Chapter 5 is a lot of it's a lot of helicopter for the first little bit. This boss fight.
Yeah, speaking of helicopter, we've entered the Simmons fight. We'll be in the chopper for this one.
Yeah, so this fight you want to make sure that you don't go into, I believe, the second phase of this fight. There is a way to essentially one cycle this fight.
It's also really trippy, if I remember correctly, because I know there's only some portions where you can damage Simmons, like right here, there's like many bodies.
When he's on his knee, you can damage him. But if he's not on his knee, then he's got like these iframes that you can't really do much with him.
And the T-Rex is just a T-Rex. Like it's just there.
Yeah, this fight can it can take a little bit of time to get used to, especially with how difficult Simmons can be, but it looks like Salad got through there just fine. Going into the next part of the fight.
Get in.
Glad to see you're safe. Speed up!
Soul's getting the rockets on that copter, getting them down fast. Hopefully. Oh, he's being a little bit tricky on Soulless, and that's a little unfortunate. That's okay. Sometimes it just happens like that. Now Soulless into also the Simmons fight, which honestly this run has been super close between both of the runners.
While we do have a bit of a lead here, I still think Final Simmons might pose some problems. That Simmons fight, I do know, has a lot to go with it.
Yeah, we're having a little bit of a dino crisis here.
You mean an exoprimal?
Oh, sorry, my bad, my bad.
I think we pissed them off.
Sorry to the Dino Crisis fans in chat. Hopefully you'll be able to get something soon.
Maybe one day. Crossing our fingers, right?
It'll be fun.
Looks like Simmons is being a
Oh, and there is
bit of a
Salad going
nuisance.
absolutely wild with
yeah,
the
just
missiles
going
right
right
there.
in with those rockets. Yeah, there is a point in this fight where you do want to use all of your rockets. I believe this is technically the point here. Seeing how this last part goes for Salad.
I got booed for me referencing Exo Primal.
And that is it for that fight on Salad's side. Very nice. Soulless is not
You
too
and
far
Colin
though.
left a lot of misery in your wake, Simmons. I'm gonna make sure it all ends here. Maybe I can
So
satisfy
on
these people
Salad's
sometime.
side, we have a section where we are saving the civilians, kind of. So we have to shoot all of these zombies here to proceed to the next part. Sometimes they can be a little bit sneaky, but you have to make sure you get them all before you can proceed. And it looks like we're moving our way to the next part. Alright.
I hope they've got insurance. I'd like to do more. I really would.
Looks like Soulless is
Carrying
almost
everyone
done
else is an option.
with the Simmons fight here. About to put in a bunch of rockets into him. There we go. There's those rockets. Let's go. You bobbled your last buoy, Simmons.
Oh. Hey.
Nice, there we go. And that is the end of the Simmons fight on Soulless' side. Very nice.
Now, time to clean up the last of Simmons' mess. Okay.
So chapter 5 in
Last time on the list.
RE6
Eliminate
for
all
Ada's
traces of the theft
campaign.
of my identity.
It's not as eventful as the earlier chapters because it's a lot of using the chopper, kind of a railgun simulator, I guess you could say, on rail simulator.
It's really going to come down to that one boss fight.
Yep, which is the final boss fight.
But I think there's a good amount that can happen here that
Perfect.
might be able to turn the tides. Now, it would have to go pretty bad for too much to change, but you never know.
Back from the war? You really are a glutton for
You
punishment.
never know. Simmons using his banana gun.
Welcome.
So for this fight, it's a little bit of just avoiding Simmons here, basically just kind of getting out of his way, letting him do his thing. Because the first part of this fight is just basically on a timer. There's not a whole lot you can do. You just kind of wait around and let him run rampant. Kind of just fun, just let Ada, I guess, get bonked a bunch.
It's called the A-Manip, right?
True. Take as much DA manip as you possibly can in this game, I swear.
Yeah,
Okay,
the section's just kind of dedicated to hopefully Leon and Helena doing their thing for a bit while you're like distracting. It's lore, the deepest lore of the game.
The deepest of lores.
I can't believe the whole time Leon's climbing for his life, Ada's just doing DA manip.
she's just ragdolling all over the place. Leon's climbing for his life. No big deal.
Honestly, we do get some hits here, and I think we are gonna get some of the fight going about now.
Yep,
There's
this
Leon.
is where the damage starts mattering for a lot of the fight.
Appreciate
Speaking of DA manip, if you're a big fan of DA manip, look at Soulless' side right now.
Woo! Bonk. Bonk. It's so good every time. Alright, Salad going into the weapon swapping to get as much damage as possible into Simmons. Get him to...
He just backed up a bit.
Basically just bullying Simmons at this point.
Why did he walk backward like that?
I don't know. This is very interesting. More DA manip. There's a lot more
You really
DA
got to get
manip.
all of it as you go.
Yeah, there's a lot more. Like, the DA manip in this game, for this run specifically, is a lot more recent into the route. Oh. Salad's having a bit of a moment on the ground right now. It's fine. Because Ada just magically gets up.
It's a power move.
Yeah, girl boss or what have it.
Alright, there we go. The only real thing to do here is make sure that he doesn't get too close. If he doesn't get too close, he might knock down Leon. If that happens, that is bad.
Yeah. Basically just playing keep away for the time being. Soulless going in and doing very similar things. Gonna bully Simmons a little bit. More weapon swapping. Oh, he just, that
Dodged.
was very unfortunate with the iframes. That's okay.
Oh, hey, the boss is actually going to begin on Salad's side in a moment here. Once the Leon is down and starts shooting, the boss can officially start being damaged. Which is funny because I'm pretty sure Leon actually can damage the boss for you, but also Leon can't aim.
Yeah, Leon's not very good at his aim. You'd think he would be.
He tries. He might.
He might. He's doing his best.
A couple shots in there. He has to reload. He's not swapping. Oh, he back to the pistol. Oh, and no, he just doesn't want to do anything. Okay, thanks, Leon.
If you're really
He's giving up.
Very cool.
pull through this. We both can.
I like how Ada's just lying down on the ground on like all in.
And bulletproof Ada, bulletproof Leon over here.
Well, it's all in the spine.
Oh yeah, he's got a titanium spine like.
Well, that's why
Ada's
Leon always
titanium
says you
heel.
lift with the back, not your legs.
I guess that's how that works, huh?
It's all in. Oh, yeah. All right, boss fight begins. There we go. Okay.
All right, damage, go.
Yeah, we're just watching the shotgun swapping like mad right now.
Trying
do
not to
get a bit
get
of a
knocked down
mean hit
too
on
much.
that one. Now we don't want to get hit. Getting hit is bad.
Now we want to avoid it.
We are doing some of these sniper swapping here. We want someone to be on me once again on the ground. There we go. Big hits right now.
More bullying.
I should also be mentioned that Leon can do damage while this is happening, but Leon's not.
Yeah,
Where did he
I
go?
believe Helena can also do damage here, but sometimes she just cannot.
Where is he? He's not even around anymore.
He gave up.
He's trying to melee. Good job. All right, let's see what Leon does on Soul's side.
Pistol. Got he decided.
Pistol.
He thought about the sniper.
There we go. Okay, sniper.
There we go.
Oh, reload immediately. That was one shot, Leon. Okay. Got
he's
that's
trying.
good. Okay, that's it's not like 5.
Leon.
Back to the pistol. All right. Yeah,
My
he's trying out
goodness.
here.
Leon's really having some interesting decisions on his weapon choices.
Can't always
Alright,
get what
Salad
you
just
want,
waiting to
Simmons.
stick that arrow in. End the fight.
Let's call this
All right, I'm pretty sure at this point it probably will be going to Salad, but we will be finishing up the run here on both sides.
Yep. But honestly, just both really good runs from both sides. Honestly, this game is a lot of fun to watch with the amounts of DA manip and RNG that can happen throughout. So seriously, GG for both runners.
Carla did her experiment.
Yeah, both were pretty consistent the whole way through. Not a whole lot lost. Really, it just Deborah jumping around really did make an impact on this race.
Yep. And honestly, it does come down to Deborah quite often with runs in this game.
But we can probably finish up with the audio on Soulless here, since Soulless still is in the boss fight. We can get the action going on right now. Salad time will be coming on in 1 moment here.
Yep, and Salad is time.
All right. Go. Oh, what? Almost done with the fight on Soulless' side. Honestly, I think Soulless actually did have the better boss fight on this part.
Oh, yeah.
It just Deborah had enough of a spread to where, yeah.
Yeah, Soulless was able to catch up quite a bit there, but once you put that arrow in, it's pretty much done. But still, very, very good show from both runners.
You really should have moved on.
Big GG's. Congrats to Salad.
I think Salad's actually checking the IGT as we go. Soulless is right at the very end here.
Salad is doing the math.
Salad can tell us later what they got for IGT. Time will be coming up on Soulless in 1 moment here, just coming right at the end. Honestly, really good boss fight. Just while we're summarizing what's going on, it just got beat entirely. Just really good damage.
Oh, yeah. Definitely get some GG's and congrats in the chat for both runners.
Another subject.
Very
Why
well
do you
played.
think we had this lab built
And
here in the first
Soulless's
place?
time will be coming up now.
Time. All right, GG. We have our runners back with us here. They can talk once again. I do believe. Well, we'll see how much Salad might type to us on his end. But how about we start on the star-sized Soulless? How did you feel about the run?
I hate Deborah.
Yeah, the Deborah fight
And the
was
thing
mean.
is, I knew the race was going to depend on how Deborah went for both
Yeah.
of us. And when I saw I got a bad one, I was like, yep, I already know, but hey.
I mean, there's so many
you
that
still
could
did
have happened,
great.
but you played it out well. And like we said, there's a few parts. Unfortunately, as well, I think that the real sinker at the end, like the thing that just decided it, was also the not Ada fights. Just the arrow not going through, I think, killed any chance of the comeback at the very end.
Yeah, I missed timed because I went to get the pipe bombs in that area. I was like, whoops. But hey, it happens.
Hey, that was a good run nonetheless. Your final boss was really good. Like, I was like ready to all right, let's hop over. Wait, it's done. What?
So we get the pipe bombs, baby.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it was
those pipe
good,
bombs
though.
definitely came in handy.
Fun times though. Had a good time.
Glad to hear it. It was a good run, and honestly, it was kind of neat just seeing how the ammo varied between you two, and it's just one of those things where it was just really close all the way to the end. It really did come down to really can't decide with the player. It's the game. That being said, if anyone did want to find you on Twitch or anything, where can they find you?
Basically, I'm trying to think. Yeah, for the most part, my username is the same except for Twitter, but it's going to be Soulless_persona, and Twitter is just Soulless Persona, all one word. And I'll generally stream this game, some other like casual games, or I might do like Rev 2 for my runs. But otherwise, yeah, that's where you'll find me.
Alrighty, and then let's hop on over to the umbrella side with Salad. Salad, I'm not sure how much you're feeling voice-wise to talk right now. If you would like to type to Meerkat, you can.
Yeah, Salad wrote some stuff.
If you give me a hot second, I can whisper.
All good, no worries, no worries. Yeah, if you want to answer how you feel, that's fine, but definitely good job on the win there.
Yeah,
Okay, so it was a fun run. I just got better Deborah RNG, unfortunately.
Yeah, your Deborah fight was almost immediate, and unfortunately on Soulless' side, she just hopped around
She
everywhere.
was jumping everywhere.
Yeah, but GG all around.
Absolutely. I will say as well, like, for a while until Deborah, it was neck and neck. Like, there were little things that would boost one of you forward. Like, for a while, Soulless is like maybe 5 seconds ahead. At one point, you got a better fight, and then you just caught up, and then it just got out of control with Deborah.
Yeah, she's ruined a lot of runs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is
yeah.
how it will go. But that being said, if anyone wanted to find you, we can type your link in chat. But if you want to say as well, where can they find you?
I'm over at twitch.tv/The Demented Salad. I do a lot of speedruns, and I'm currently doing a Metal Gear Solid story playthrough.
All right, perfect.
Nice.
Thank you so much once again. We don't want you to have to talk too much considering all your end, but I do want to say thank you to both of you for doing the run.
Yeah.
You're welcome. It was
Good
fun.
job to both of you.
And with that as well, Team Umbrella takes their second point with Resident Evil 6. The Demented Salad has won this race. Pretty fun race overall. I do want to say thank you again to both of the competitors. I would say thank you to the commentators, but that's just me and Kat again.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Kat. Yeah, there we go. We have plenty more fun games for you. Up next is going to be Resident Evil Gaiden.
Gaiden!
I assure you it will get more normal after Gaiden, but really quick, we will be right back as we set up for that. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back, and the races will continue.